remember this. This is me getting absolutely dropped at the beginning of the week on the advanced race of stage 3, rolling with ENVE. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're revisiting stage 3 of rolling with ENVE series. The course then is Jurassic Coast, and it starts really quite early on with the Titans Grove Reserve KOM. It's short, punchy, and it's usually where splits happen. After that, the route kind of settles, and it's a mixture of rolling flat terrain before it kind of comes down to a sprint finish. Now, if you've caught my advanced category race earlier in the week, you'll know that the KOM was where it all kind of fell apart for me. I got dropped right over the top and spent the rest of the race kind of chasing on. And it did make me question whether I jumped up to advanced way too soon. So for this one then, I've stepped back into the 570 to 725 category, at least until I reach the points where advanced is my only option. But the big question is, can I hold my own here? Will Titans catch me out again? Or can I hang on all the way to the finish? Let's find out. So it's 17 in the pen at the moment, but I think we end up with 18 when it goes. And not like majority of Zwift races, this actually started off relatively easy, right? They didn't go crazy out the pen, they just kind of kept it to a relatively steady pace. So my aim for this is to kind of not punch off the front or do anything silly. I really want to sit in and try and save as much energy for Titans as much as I can. But be mindful that there might be some breakaways. People might try to punch off. So we now hit these rollers here, and I'm quite good on rollers because I think the weight advantage helps me. So that's always good to see. And whenever they punch up a little bit, I'll get out the saddle. But they're not at the moment, so I'm just powering down and then coasting over the top of it. And then we'll get to kind of like the first kind of dark orange bit, and that'll be the first kind of test for me, is it going to go crazy. To kind of save my legs today, I had the idea of if it starts getting a bit punchy, rather than doing prolonged efforts at high cadence, I would just get out the saddle and go up a couple of gears like I am now. And actually my heart rate didn't spike too much doing this, and I had a quite low cadence, so it didn't seem to burn me out as much, but I just started to sail to the front a little bit, which I was a bit surprised of. Now I had a look at Zwift Racing and Zwift Power, and we have got some 57 kilo riders in here, so my mind was all on Titans. I was thinking, is it going to go crazy up Titans, and just try and save as much as I can for that. So we descend down this bit now, right? I'm just spinning my leg gently, and then we get ready for the ascent of Titans then. So because the other little inclines felt okay out of the saddle, decided just to stay out of the saddle completely on this. You'll see from my previous clips that I was dropped right at the top, right? So I am trying to save a little bit, and I can see that the watts are going up, 6 watts per kilo for a lot of people, but I'm actually feeling relatively comfortable at this point, which I was very surprised at. And I just thought, why are these light riders not putting the hurt on us? And then as we cross the top, right, I'm with the group. So after the descent then, fast forward, we've got the next little bump, and again the whole group is together. We haven't dropped anyone, and people are using their feathers, because now is really the only opportunity to kind of use it again. And the rollers are now back in play, right? So a bit of a weight advantage like I mentioned previously, and a lot of the light riders are having to put some power down to kind of stay on, where I am actually just sailing over them, and it's nice for a change. But I do get out the saddle for that one kind of punchier one, and then the rest of them I'm just kind of cruising over them. And at this point I'm wondering, when is there going to be a breakaway? Is there going to be a breakaway? And that nothing happens from now all the way through the flat section of this race. So fast forward now to the last K&a-half. We are all still together, right? The pace isn't blistering compared to the advanced race that I did earlier in the week. So I am relatively comfortable, and I'm just sitting in and I'm just monitoring because I'm wondering if someone's going to go for a long breakaway. And everyone seems to be content at the moment to take it down to a sprint, which I was a little bit concerned about, because what I didn't check was who had a big sprint in here. But you know what? Let's not care what others can do. Let's just focus on what I can do. And I've got a half decent sprint, so I'm going to focus on making sure that I can put my numbers out when I need to, and watch out for any late attacks in the last K. So as last kilometres go, this isn't particularly fast. 43k an hour, kind of used to the lead-in being so much faster than that. So I'm just worried that someone's going to launch a long-range attack. And there's a couple that kind of look like they're going to, because of little sprints out the saddles, orange numbers here and there. But the pace doesn't ramp up, and it's a little bit discerning, because I'm just wondering, when is it going to start? But actually, if I can take this to the latest possible time to the sprint, which is that's what you want, then do that. And I've had an idea for my aero, that I'm actually going to get fully up to speed first, then pop the aero. And you can see now the sprints have started. So I'm just ramping up slowly, right? I'm not going crazy now, right? And then I've got to go, right? And then I realise I pop the aero boost, and now I've just got to keep punching on the pedals. This guy almost caught me.
Timed it perfect.
And that's stage revisited, done and dusted, no more. And what a finish that was. So I managed to time the sprint just right to take the win. Give me a nice little bump as well in my Zwift racing score, up to 676. So still a bit away off the 725 cut-off. It looks like I'll be racing in this category for a little bit longer yet. So I'd love to hear what you think. Did I play it right this time, or was there still a little bit more I could have done? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. But if you've enjoyed this race breakdown and you want me to do more of the Zwift racing content, don't forget to hit the button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, and you won't miss anything. The next stage in the Revisited series then is I'll do stage 4 as a kind of recon, like I normally do, recon race, and then later on in the week I'll revisit it and see if any of the tactics work. Plenty more racing, plenty more tactics, and sprint finishes to come. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.